Good morning and welcome in. Dan Hardenbrook, glad to have you along. It is Thursday. Let's take a look at your latest local news from around the region with your Newberry News Update on M123 FM. Your Thursday news headlines this week brought to you by the 8th Annual 906 Festival. It comes to the Erickson Center for the Arts in Curtis Saturday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. For a list of all the day's activities, go to the Erickson Center website at ericksoncenter.org, follow them on Facebook, or call 586-9974. The 8th Annual 906 Festival in Curtis. It is Saturday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. In your latest local news this morning, Judge Brian Rahilly has been granted leave from his position on the bench at the 11th Circuit Court. The Newberry native and 11th Circuit Court judge recently requested and was granted a 60-day leave of absence from his position following details being released in a 2-year investigation into his conduct while on the bench. Rahilly has jurisdiction over circuit courts in Luce, Alger, Mackinac, and Schoolcraft counties. He was elected to his circuit court position in 2023, but has recently been criticized for apparent bias against local attorneys and prosecutors, and even some judges. A 174-page document was assembled by the Mackinac County Prosecutor's Office showing extensive text messages that were sent to and from Rahilly during his tenure as the 11th Circuit Court judge. Many of the messages included were derogatory and some showed a lack of concern for law enforcement. Other messages showed an apparent disregard for jury trials, which may have led Rahilly to possibly stacking cases close together to force settlements rather than going through with the scheduled trial. The lengthy report was shared last week, and in response, Mackinac and Alger County prosecutors canceled court activities for the rest of the week and requested that Rahilly no longer hear criminal cases in their county courtrooms. Rahilly's leave was granted by Chief Judge Beth Gibson, who also presides over the 92nd District Court covering Luce and Mackinac counties. Results of the investigation and the request to suspend Rahilly in Mackinac and Alger County courtrooms has been sent to the Michigan Supreme Court for review. Gibson says no cases will be dropped in the meantime while the situation continues to unfold, and that court cases will proceed in as timely a manner as possible. Luce County Prosecutor Tom Evans says he'll continue working on cases locally in anticipation of Rahilly returning to the bench after his 60-day leave is expired. The Luce County Road Commission is releasing a report that shows gravel road upgrades that have been made over the course of the summer season in Luce County. Citing financial help from Lakefield and McMillan Townships, the Luce County Road Commission was able to improve some of the local gravel roads this season by removing berms and edges to get water off the road surface, ditching projects, and adding good gravel to improve driving surfaces. Upgraded roadways in Lakefield Township include County Road 417 on the curve of County Road 135, from County Road 135 to County Road 438. They also upgraded County Road 436, known as Klein Road, from County Road 413 north, west of Round Lake, west and south to 10 Curves Road. County Road 477 in Lakefield Township, from Cummings Road to County Road 465 west to the pavement at the Cummings subdivision was also fixed. McMillan Township roadways that have been repaired include County Road 372 East Truman, from County Road 430 Stevenson Road east to County Road 403 North Miller Road. They also upgraded County Road 430, which is Stevenson Road, from County Road 462 east on the dump road south to County Road 372 at Truman. County Road 432 Finn Alley, from County Road 430 Stevenson Road east to County Road 403 North Miller Road. In addition, while circumstances and timing were less than ideal, project work began on County Road 500 earlier this spring. Crews were able to replace 2 separate culverts in addition to other projects that were well beyond their useful lives. Situations could be prevented from happening again in the future with the recent upgrades that are made. Get more information in this week's special Good News issue of the Newberry News. The Luce County Veteran Services Office is now accepting nominations for this year's 2025 Luce County Veterans Community Service Award. Now is the time to nominate the veteran in your life who's making a positive difference in our community. Both living and posthumous nominations are being accepted. Veteran nominations must be for a Luce County resident. Contact Veteran Services Officer Rick Menard for more info at 293-4890. The deadline for nominations is September 12th. The Luce County Sheriff's Department is reporting that a new scam is now targeting Michigan residents through the mail. Packages being delivered with a false QR code are potential ways for people to steal your personal information. Luce County Sheriff's Office says that you should never scan the QR code if you get one on a suspicious package. QR codes are linked to softwares that can load in your phone and steal your personal information. Credit card, passwords, and banking information are being targeted. Area residents have complained of packages from the United States Postal Service, UPS, or FedEx that have useless items in the package with no bill, invoice, or any clue where it came from. It's part of a target to get that personal information. Get more information on the Luce County Sheriff's Department Facebook page. I'm Dan Hardenbrook. That is your latest local news this morning. It's your Newberry News Update on M123 FM. Your news today brought to you by the 8th Annual 906 Festival. It comes to Curtis Saturday at the Erickson Center for the Arts. Time now to check in with sports this morning. The wait for pro football is finally over, and the Lions will kick things off with the NFL Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio tonight. Lions and Chargers, coached by former Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh. We'll get the NFL's preseason slate underway. Kickoff is set for 8 p.m. tonight. The game will be televised on NBC and streamed on Peacock. Lions head coach Dan Campbell says that most of the team's starters will not play this week, instead opening up in next week's traditional preseason opener, which is scheduled to be against the Atlanta Falcons on August 8th. Tigers topped the Diamondbacks 7-2 at Comerica Park yesterday, completing a 3-game sweep, running their win streak up to 4 straight games. Kerry Carpenter had a triple and a home run. Jake Rogers went deep once again. Tigers improved to 64-46, tied for the best record in the American League. Team making an upgrade on the eve of the trade deadline, adding former World Series champion reliever Rafael Montero to their bullpen. Tigers trading a low-level prospect to get Montero from the Braves, an 11-year Major League veteran who has a high strikeout rate, but also can walk batters from time to time. Be joining Detroit for the postseason push as a 5.4 ERA this season. Did win a 2022 World Series as the closer for the Astros. Your latest local weather forecast for the day today. We'll see partly sunny skies. High temperatures a bit cooler than what we've seen this week. Highs will be in the low 70s. Friday, sunny, a high in the upper 70s. Light north winds becoming northwest 5 to 10. Saturday and Sunday, sunshine. Highs will be in the low 80s. I'm Dan Hardenbrook. This is your news, sports, and weather. It is your Newberry News Update on M123 FM. Don't miss the 8th Annual 906 Festival, coming to the Erickson Center for the Arts Saturday, August 2nd, featuring art, craft, and retail vendors, food, live music and entertainment, kids games and activities. Vote for the People's Choice Award in the 906 Photo Contest. Check out special demonstrations and attractions, and so much more. The 8th Annual 906 Festival, Saturday, August 2nd, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the Erickson Center for the Arts. For a full schedule of events, visit ericksoncenter.org.